Hey everyone, my name is Rishabh Jani, and from Best Talks, I want to thank Mr. Dev Gadhvi, who we have as a speaker on today's meeting at LinkedIn Thane. Thank you here for being with us, sir.
Pleasure.
So we have a couple of questions. First of all, how are you doing? How's the event today?
Beautiful, beautiful. I'm loving it. Good energy, good vibes, exciting.
Well, glad to hear that. Thank you for giving that answer. So, first of all, I'd like to know your journey. How did you start as a speaker, and how did you get from where you were to now?
Yeah. Like when I started, I did not even know that I would be somebody who can come on the stage and speak, let alone inspire and impact a lot of lives. The journey started when I was in a corporate job, when I was doing like a team meetings and sessions, and slowly it just started building up. And the point came when I said, you know what, I think I need to go out in public and to give some speech beyond my comfortable office 9 to 5 life. And that's when I did my first workshop, which was about how to build your passive income sources. This was in the year 2017, and I just assembled some group of 20-25 people who were interested. It was a free session, small room, cramped up, high temperature in the room. That's how I started my speaking career. And the interesting part is, I tell my mentees that if you want to become a speaker, instead of waiting for the stage where you can go and speak, this device in your hand, that's your stage. You don't have to go far. Pull up your camera, start speaking on the camera. I think my learning and development came when I started making videos. And I was horrible. If you look at my videos from 2 years from now, you'll probably laugh at me. So that's how my journey started, and that's how I got started in speaking. So one thing led to another. Then I got Josh Talks and TEDx speech, and I've got my mentorship program. Now speaking is just my second nature. I can sleep and talk as well.
Wow, amazing.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for those very interesting responses that you gave. In fact, one of the things that you mentioned was going digital, and one of the things that we're seeing now, especially in 2019 and now going to 2020 and forward, is that people, especially the new generation, Gen Y, millennials, they are accepting of more content that is being done digitally than actually on stage. So how do you see that, especially for you and those who are currently existing global speakers, when they go on stage? Do you think that now with the global audience, will there be a shift? Because we've seen a lot of paradigm changes across the years. Do you think there's going to be a change in the future in the way digital content is now accepted?
I think it's going to be huge. As I say that if you don't evolve, be ready to dissolve.
Right.
And I've seen the traditional people who have been also the coaches and trainers and speakers, if they're not adapting to the new norms of social media, they are going to become dinosaurs. And a lot of them have become dinosaurs. Some of my mentees who actually have double the experience than me, but since they did not expose themselves on social media, they found a lot of difficulties to adapt to the new digital era. They've like one of my mentee, Yatiraj Agarwal, he's trained more than 2 lakh people in how to develop their sales. Having a great wisdom, great knowledge, talent is one thing. But making sure that wisdom, knowledge is reaching to the right audience through the right medium is another thing. And that is what, ever since he shifted that and he started adopting the social media norm, his business, his career has gone to a next level. And he started, developing content for YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn. He's getting a lot of invites for speaking. So I think it's absolutely a waste of time just sitting at home and hoping that people will know me, rather than go out there. There's a new technology which has come up. You just have to evolve and adapt those technologies, and that's how you will grow. So, answer your question: absolutely mandatory for everybody to adopt the social media and shine out in the world.
Well, thank you for that. You've made yourself as a successful speaker over the course of years, and you mentioned a couple of tips, right? Make your videos, go out there, be assertive when it comes to doing things like these. But what would be your one great tip for some speaker who's aspiring? Maybe he's doing all of these things and he's not getting to where he wants to be. So what would be your one tip to someone to help him get from where he is currently to where he wants to be?
So when you say, is it in terms of polishing the speaking skill, or are you talking from the business angle?
I would say both.
Both? Okay. So 2 things. if it is from the technical angle, the other day I was enrolling myself in one of the courses from Mind Valley, and it was for how to speak to inspire. And one of my mentees said that, Dave, you're already a good speaker, you're already speaking on different platforms, why do you need to take that course? To which my answer was, that's the difference between the person who really wants success and will get it, and the person who thinks that they made it. I don't think I've made it. I am a keen learner and I will be a keen learner. Right now, my definition of learning is I need a little slight edge and the polishing.
Right.
So for the speakers who get complacent, they're saying that, no, I am a natural speaker. Come on, you're just starting to have a downfall now as a speaker. Everybody evolves, everybody has to learn, and everybody has to grow. So that's one tip I'll share with my fellow speakers, that I invest a lot of time in fine-tuning my own speaking. So continue to do that, number one. Number two, imagine an artist, beautiful painting he makes, but nobody knows about his painting.
Right.
An artist who is undiscovered, what a waste of talent it is. Same thing, a speaker who can inspire and influence people is an artist. If the artist is not discovered, then it's a big loss to the entire planet. So to get person to get discovered, I think the marketing is one of the most essential element that people have to learn. So I just started 2.5 years ago. But I can say that the visibility which I have got through social media is beyond imaginable. A lot of coaches and mentors who have been in the industry for 10 years, 15 years, they've started to recognize me, know my name, and I'm also friends with a lot of people. For example, Ron Malhotra, international Australian multimillionaire, speaker, entrepreneur, author, influencer. He connected with me through social media. So how did that happen? Is because of the marketing. So if I have to share any tip, I think learning how to market yourself and brand yourself on social media is highly, highly, highly crucial these days.
All right, thank you. I think a lot, especially those 2 points that you mentioned, a lot of the viewers back at home are going to find real value in the things that you mentioned. In closing, is there anything that you'd like to say for anyone who wants to go ahead with their speaking career, or anything on your journey as an experience that you'd like to share with someone back at home?
Yeah, I would like to share a tip with the people who are starting on this journey.
Right.
And when people are starting on this journey, the biggest beliefs that they have is, I'm not good at communication. My English is not good. I'm not able to inspire and impact people. The only message I'll give them is, it's all your limiting beliefs. These are the beliefs, same the way you have been brought up that there are ghosts on the people tree. These are the same limiting beliefs. You don't need to have a master's. You don't need to be Sasi Tharoor of vocabulary. You just have to know basic communication, connect with people, and do it despite that fear. And you will shine and you will grow in life. That's it.
Perfect. Well summarized. There you had it, folks. Dave Gadhvi, thank you so much for being with us. It was a pleasure having you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.